Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BigSin podcast. I am your host, Sinji. Tony's right
an
there.
Earthquake.
Oh, there's something around this world. Here's Ray all day. So, in light of recent events, the coronavirus, wink wink, hint hint, there are a couple theories out there. A couple Resident Evil related theories. We keep going to Resident Evil a lot on this podcast, but hey, it's a noteworthy subject. So, some of you might know the theory that the factory that the coronavirus originated from has the same logo as the Umbrella Corporation in Resident Evil. And if you rearrange the letters Corona, you actually get raccoon, which, you know, we know in Resident Evil there's a Raccoon City.
Yeah.
So a lot of coincidences, which brings us to our topic of the day: surviving an apocalyptic situation, a zombie apocalypse. How would you survive it? And we're gonna start with the man who's on a time limit, Ray all day.
I still laugh every time you say that. It's like when you switch the letters in Corona, you get raccoon. It's like one of those things like you say it on YouTube and then the X-Files music starts playing.
But it's not like you're not even talking about like a game and a virus. It's like you're talking about like a beer and an animal.
Yeah, it's like what? It's like what? I can rearrange the letters in a lot of things to mean something else. So what was it? Surviving the apocalypse?
Yeah.
Well, I told him I had to think about this one.
That's why I told you a week ago.
Because I told him that because I had to think of a plan. Because like honestly, I don't want to be a part of it. Like if it happened, if it went down as soon as it started, I'll be like, listen, I'm going down now. You're gonna have to euthanize me, shoot me in the head or something. I don't want to be part of that. It's gonna go to hell in a handbasket real quick. But at least as far as I'm concerned, I know I'm not prepared. So what I would do is I would try to find enough of these preppers, man, that have bunkers underground and try to get set up with one of them at least for the beginning. Because then they have a valid food source for a little while. But that's going to dry up soon. And depending on how much water and resources you can get on any given day, as crazy as it sounds, I'm probably just going to start eating people. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably going to start a cult, and we're probably going to start abducting people, and we're gonna eat them.
This is why I already know I'm not gonna hang out with him.
No, I tell everyone I know. Like if you know me, like don't. If I decide to actually ride out the apocalypse, because I probably won't. If I do,
like, so I'm just telling you, Tone.
Don't.
Post-apocalyptic world. You see him, it's on site. Just shoot him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just shoot him.
See, but that's why that's why I would start the cult. I'm not trying to be seen. Like I would have my people going out for me. I'd be running the stuff from underground. It's like pseudo secret organization kind of thing. Because you don't want the less you have to move from place to place, the better. Because like that's where you're gonna get going from like one place to another, looking for like new place to like settle down. That's always where you're gonna get got. Because you don't know where you're going, and they do. Like they have the lay of the land. It's just kind of really hard, especially where like we're in like the tri-state area. It's kind of hard to kind of navigate like an isolated zone where like you're safe. There's so many people around here. You know what I mean? There's not like animals to live off of or anything like that.
Oh, there's plenty of animals.
In this part of New Jersey?
Hell yeah. You know how many deer are around there?
Near Summers Point?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of deer in there.
Really?
You ain't never seen deer in the parkway around there?
Like here and there, but not like a bunch.
Shit. That's where all these motherfuckers go deer hunting at. Are all in this area.
Well, that's the people I don't want to deal with because they got rifles. I don't.
Man, look.
I'm going to need to be equipped.
First thing I'm going for I'm loading up on weapons. Because I look at it this way. There's not going to be any food, no food market or nothing like that.
Nope.
So the next best viable thing for a food source is hunting.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to teach yourself on the fly how to hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to hunt. And you need weapons to hunt. Water. Pretty sure there's fresh water around here. All you got to do is boil that shit. Boom, you got water.
You know, teach yourself to make a fire.
That's fucking simple. I don't know how, but it's...
Put down a stack of wood and just shoot it.
Okay, so...
What about when the food dries up?
Hunting.
No, that's going to run out. There's only a set amount of deer you're going to kill.
Yeah, no doubt. But you still got rabbits, squirrels, possum, raccoons. You do what you got to do to survive. Not only that, but fish.
Bro, you eat a fucking raccoon.
I don't know about the fish.
I don't know about the raccoon.
Ah, the raccoon.
I mean, not the raccoon, the possums. I don't know about the possum.
That's good rat meat, boy.
Shit, motherfuckers eat that shit down south.
Yeah, that's good.
There's hella things wrong with people down south.
That's good rat meat, boy.
You know what I mean? Or if you're one of these people that have like, well, I mean, if you have chickens, they could still want them starving to death. Because where you gonna get feed from?
Yeah.
Oh, chickens don't eat like food. They eat like bird food or some shit. I'm sure like they can corn.
Mm-hmm.
You can grow corn. Find a cornfield.
It's gonna dry out.
So you gonna be out there at a fucking cornfield with fucking zombies lurking around.
Listen. All right, so all right. In a post-apocalyptic world, here's the things you need to consider. 1, what's your first move? 2, where are you gonna hold up? 3, do you trust strangers? Do you trust people you considered friends? 4, basically, like, do you want to hold up in one area or do you want to work your way somewhere else? So, in a zombie apocalypse, here's my thing. You need weapons. You need a gun, preferably with a silencer. You don't want to make loud noises. You're gonna attract not only zombies but possibly people you can't trust if you fire a gun. So you want a gun. You want a silenced weapon, like a bow. You want a survival knife, a compass, and I would go the extra route, and I would even venture to get a sword, because you will run out of arrows eventually. You might run out of arrows, and you're gonna have to make arrows. But if you don't have arrows, you need something else to kill people pretty quick without making any noise. A sword, right? So another thing you need is you need to go after the things that people aren't going for. You need to go after disgusting food like canned tuna or some shit. Things that like you can have on the fly. Things you won't touch.
Non-perishables.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is for this. You want to keep this for after you can't find animals to hunt or shit like that. You want to run out of that before you run out of animal. I mean, you want to run out of animals before you run out of that. Because while you're eating that, people are killing all the animals around you. Mm-hmm. And then you're just, there's that. As for people, if I don't know you and I see you, at some point you gotta die. I'm sorry. This is I have a hood mentality when it comes to survival. It's a trust no one type of thing. You gotta die. If it doesn't look like a take on you or your group, I'm gonna retreat and I'm gonna kill you at some point, but it's not gonna be now. Now, weapons and ammo and things like that. Most likely the people who live closest to gun shops and like gun ranges, things like that, are going to be the ones looting it first. So what I would do is I would post up near it and see if I see like 1 or 2 people by themselves coming out with a decent amount of shit. In that scenario, I would just follow them to where they're going and try to take them out one by one so I can have everything they have. So for food, I'm just going to have to get over like fucking my pickiness and eat like fish and things like that, because there's only a limited thing. What I want to do is I want to get a compass, all of those weapons. I want to get as much food that doesn't really expire. I want to get the ramen noodles that I can make if I boil some water. I want to get the tuna fish. I want to get the fucking whatever. Anything that will get me by. Because what I want to do in that situation is I want to steal a boat and head towards an island, a big enough island, maybe like fucking, Hawaii or something, where like maybe it has reached there, but it's like maintainable. If you can manage to like survive on the island and clear it out where like it's just you and people you trust, you can start farming the land, you can like grow shit, things like that, and then it's just
Yeah, but the only problem with that is now you got to worry about tsunamis,
volcanoes.
I didn't say it had to be Hawaii. It was just a thought.
I'm just saying any island you go to, those are things you have to worry about.
Yeah, but they have houses to like survive something like that. Unless you get like a huge storm, and then like at that point, it's just climb up a tree and try to survive and rebuild. You'll have better luck surviving like a fucking tsunami than like being crowded by 200 fucking zombies. You know what I mean?
That sword will go dull a lot less quick on that island. I'll tell you that much.
What's up?
The sword.
It'll-
If you keep using it, it'll get dull. So if you're on an island, you want to use it as much.
Yeah, you'll find. I think
Silencers wear out, so you gotta worry about that too.
you can silencers are like small enough where you can have like a couple of them. So like in that scenario, you wanna like okay. So ideally, let's say you make it to an island, right? You manage to clear it out where it's just you and people you trust on the island. What you want is at that point you gotta Walking Dead it. You gotta set up a watchman. You gotta set up crews to do this, crews to do that. Someone's gotta get materials. Someone's gotta take care of the farm. Someone's gotta watch out for people showing up on boats. Which if you can't see a boat coming from water, or like at least someone on the water coming their way, because at this point it should just be you on this island.
And getting to Hawaii is quite a trek.
Yes.
Especially if you can't get an actual like shit kind of deal. You're gonna have like a raggedy ass boat. It's gonna be hard getting to Hawaii.
Yeah. Or any island for that matter. Like if you can post up on a decent enough island.
Maybe Cuba you could get to pretty easily, but
You don't go to Cuba. Don't do it. You don't want to go to like a third world anything. You're gonna die.
no, I mean Hawaii's not that high tech.
Yeah, but it's not like fucking Mexico or Cuba where like you
No,
go there.
Hawaii just has like a lot of bamboo and a lot of pineapples. That's their two main exports: sugarcane and pineapples.
Yeah, and again, that's another place you kind of want to be. Somewhere where like it grows food naturally without you having to like maintain it, so that the food you can focus on things like you need to grow, like vegetables and like what else can you grow?
Tomatoes, potatoes, carrots,
Yeah.
Those are vegetables. I mean, like other than vegetables, what can you grow?
fruits and vegetables. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
How do people make rice?
I don't know. That's a good question.
How do people make rice?
I think that comes from.
I thought you grew rice.
Yeah, It's like a plant. Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
a plant, but I don't know what that plant looks like.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you can grow rice, right?
Yeah, you can grow grains too.
And then
Like
you know,
wheat and stuff,
you
you can.
You grow that rice, you raise some chickens, you got Puerto Rican meals for days. Rice and
I want to
eggs.
keep these suckers fit. They better not be eating a lot of rice.
Rice and eggs.
Oh, rice is a seed,
Rice is a seed. We eat seeds.
basically.
Yeah.
And you just plant a seed and grow more rice.
If the land keeps bearing, yeah, sure. You gotta accommodate for like weather and everything too. So certain things only grow in like certain climate. So you would have to know beforehand like what grows really well and what doesn't grow well in Hawaii. I would keep them off that damn rice. I would be feeding them like maybe some wheat every now and then.
Who are you talking about?
Mostly proteins. I'd be trying to have some super soldiers.
Are you talking about people?
Yeah, I mean if I was trying to survive, I wouldn't be trying to survive.
Rice and eggs, baby. Puerto Rican way.
It's either death or the cult. That's all it's gonna be for me, and that's not gonna be a long term thing. We're just gonna ride it out until we have like a mass jumping off of a cliff or something.
Another thing I would do is every day, I'd have a few people, a handful of people, whoever can spare, digging a trench around this island. So it'd be hard to get across to us if someone actually happened to make it onto the island. Or, in case of like a huge wave, maybe hopefully all the water goes into the trench instead.
Would you want an irrigation system so you can like try to collect water? That could be dug up too.
Yeah, it could be dug up. You could probably, honestly, with like the waves and whatnot, you could probably just get a bucket, fill it with water from the trench, and then like bring it in and try to purify it with boiling water.
Depends. I don't know what Hawaii is, if it's fresh water or salt water.
I'm pretty sure it's probably salt water. You probably have to boil it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how I envisioned it happening. I don't know if you guys have a different...
No, I mean unless it turns into like some Dead Island kind of thing. But I don't know how much population Hawaii has. They're not like dense, but they have enough people.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a house that has solar panels.
My man wants that energy.
Well, yeah, because you may need it. You find you a house that has solar energy. Hopefully they have a fucking electric stove. Boom, there you go. Now you ain't gotta worry about how the hell you're gonna cook food and shit like that.
Yeah, but you figure a house like that, it's probably, anyone who looks at it, instant target.
That's why I would prefer to be on the ground.
Yeah, no doubt, but as long as you got weapons, you can hold them motherfuckers off.
Yeah.
Because who's to say they got what you got?
Yeah, but and I think in this particular scenario, are you like alone or are you with people? Like, can you hold off a group of people invading?
If I'm on the ground, I feel sorry for whoever's walking the surface.
If something like that broke out, I'm obviously going to be with my wife and my son. And and then I'm most likely going to have my in-law, probably have a lot of people with us. So, motherfucker, if you're healthy enough to shoot a gun, you better get to shooting.
I'm sorry, family, but I think more people is like more of a burden.
And actually, and you know what? Think about it. An ideal place to go will probably be somewhere where it's frigid during the winter. The reason why I say that is because zombies, they're not going to be able to survive that shit.
But they're already dead. They don't need to survive it.
Nah, but they're going to freeze to death.
They're already dead.
They're still going to freeze.
Do you think zombies freeze to death?
Humans freeze to death?
Yeah, I mean...
I don't fucking know, dog.
And it's harder to traverse the landscape, too. I kind of like that thought process. Because, like, if
that was... Then all you have to...
So you look at it this way. You go to where it's cold, where there's a lot of snowfall. That snowfall turns into water.
Yeah. Because if I found a bunker somewhere, it wouldn't be around here. I'd probably go, like, somewhere, like, off the damn grid, like Montana or something.
And if you're... and plus, you can do shit like... Let's say, like, a little lake freezes over. Those fish are frozen. Those fish are preserved. They're dead, but they're still preserved. So now I don't have to sit there and worry about, well, what am I going to use as bait to catch these motherfuckers? You better get to chipping away at the ice. You chip away at the ice.
Whoa. No, because people go ice fishing, dog. Fishes can survive.
I'm talking... Yeah, they can, but it depends on how deep this shit is, too. I'm talking about...
Yeah, because ice fishing is just like... Because there's like an ice capsule on the top of the water. A lake freezing over would mean like the whole body of water is frozen.
The entire body of water.
Yeah.
Frozen.
So
I don't think the entire lake would freeze over. You can still fall through it.
A small little lake, like a little pond.
Yeah, it would freeze.
A pond?
Yeah, like a little pond or something.
How many fishes do you think are in there, though?
Enough to eat some.
I don't know about that. I don't think there's too many fishes in ponds.
If you fillet a fish, you have two sides of the fish. If you can limit yourself to eat once, maybe twice a day, that one fish can last you anywhere from a day to 2 days.
So that's a good 8 days if you catch about 4 fish in that pond.
And we're talking about freshwater fish. So you can just farm the shit out of these freshwater fish.
Okay, right? But in your situation, in your case, you need a lot more than one fish.
No doubt.
You need to catch 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
So that's when
at least.
So that's when shit like animals like bears come into play.
Yeah, good fucking luck catching a bear.
A moose come into play.
You have better luck with that moose. I'll tell you that much.
Moose are tough motherfuckers too.
They make bow and arrows instant kill on a bear if you hit that motherfucker in the right spot.
In the right spot. Not much time to practice a bow and arrow in this time.
Well, not a bow and arrow, a crossbow.
Crossbow?
All you got to do is aim and shoot.
Desperate times, I'd rather go against a bear than like crazy ass human beings.
Because if there's a bear out in the woods and I can climb the tree, he's going to climb the tree after me. So you know what I'm going to do? Boom. I'm going to shoot his ass.
What if it doesn't hit? Then you have to reload your bow. It might take too long.
If you're dumb enough to miss a bear.
Bears have thick fur, man. It might not even kill it. Bears are pretty tough.
They make tension strong enough in a crossbow that can penetrate. They make that.
Okay, but do you know which crossbow to go for? Because there's no one in the store telling you which one is going to do it.
Herbie told me today, sir.
Herbie told you?
Herbie told me today, sir.
My man Herbie.
Yeah.
Irby told me today.
Irby can't even shoot someone. He fires out a window. You think Irby know what the fuck he talking about?
He was telling me he wanted to get into crossbow fishing.
I am much more. I lean much more towards the original bow and arrow rather than a crossbow. I don't like the, cause like if it breaks apart, if something happens, do you know how to fix it?
I mean, you would have to learn.
You would have to learn, but where are you gonna learn?
Take it apart and put it back together. That's how you learn how to fix anything.
Basically.
Yeah, but if the part comes out and you don't know where it came from, what's taking it apart and putting it back together gonna do?
You can't figure out what's missing.
It's already what?
Yeah, because you're going to be like, well, this shit doesn't work. Something must be missing.
All right, but what if it's a crucial piece you can't put back together?
Well, then you ain't going to waste too much time trying to fix the damn
Well,
thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well,
why?
things are going to go wrong naturally, but that doesn't mean you can't try to still have one.
Yeah, you can probably have one, but why not go after something that's going to last you a lot longer?
No weapon is going to last long.
A bow?
Yeah.
You can make a bow easily.
Yeah, but who's to say that damn thing's going to last?
Then you can make another one.
What if you don't have a knife to make the ammunition you need?
Bruh.
If
you don't have a knife in this situation, you're already wrong.
Where are you going to get the rope from?
You have to hunt. You have to hunt for it. It's gonna, in the long run, it's gonna be easier to maintain a bow and arrow than it is a crossbow. Unless you really know your shit about crossbows, it's gonna be so much easier to maintain a bow and arrow.
Yeah, but who has the time to learn how to shoot a bow and arrow? If you've never shot a bow and arrow before, you telling me you're going to go out in the woods and practice with all that danger out there? I'm not.
You don't have to go out in the woods. Just like makeshift a spot in your area where you hold up. There must be like some part in your plan where you can safely go outside.
Yeah, no doubt. But what if you don't have enough? What if you don't have enough area to properly practice? Like if there's an animal that's 30 feet away, and you haven't practiced, so you don't know the trajectory or whatever shit that goes into this shit, you're not going to know what you're doing.
Okay, but here's the difference between what you were saying and how you're arguing it. Because, like, in your plan with the crossbow, your plan was to climb the tree and the bear's climbing after you. So, like, you're at close range anyway. Whether you're using a crossbow or a bow and arrow, it shouldn't require much practice to just hit the bear straight on.
Yeah, well, I have more time to hit that bastard. Because instead of me going like this, click.
If you preload your...
Well, why would you be out without a preloaded crossbow?
And I would hope that he gets a head start climbing that damn tree.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, because bears climb trees like crazy. Those suckers climb like squirrels.
Plus, you know how many fucking abandoned cats we got out there? Shit, I'm making me some chicken and broccoli.
The meow meow. Hell yeah.
Chow mein. Now, let's go on to the tough questions.
Meow mein, sir. Meow mein.
Let's go on to a tough question. Someone you're close to gets bit. What do you do?
Dead.
Kill him?
You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
I
wouldn't be around those people, but you have to.
They become tougher to kill after that.
Can you do it, though?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. All right.
Yeah, you have to kind of come to that choice before it happens.
The person I had the hardest time killing would be my son.
Now, let's say in a hypothetical situation, your wife and son are in a different state. Do you risk traveling across?
Absolutely.
Yeah? You go for it?
Absolutely. I'm going for it.
If I was in that same situation, yeah, I would go for it. Because I don't really... That's why I'm saying, like, if it was just, like... If I was in this situation right now, I really wouldn't care. I would just be like, off me right now. Like, I really don't got a whole hell of a lot that I need to... Like, like... What's the word I'm looking for? The ideal situation is you end up posting up somewhere and you have a sustainable, like, compound where you're just basically just surviving. But to me, like, that's not appealing enough to me. I was like, I don't need to, like, survive. And it's like, survival is okay, but if I'm not getting anything out of this in the long run and it never gets better, then it's like, nah, it's whatever. I would rather not have to deal with, like, the harsh environments and the horrible people and, like, literally everything going to, like, absolute crap. So, if I had people that would give me reason to be like, yes, I have to stay here because I need to protect these people and look after these people, then yeah, I would definitely be like going out of my way to make sure everything I can possibly do would get done.
I feel like when it comes to people I'm close to, like, it doesn't do good me risking traversing traversing around an area where I can possibly die to get to you if I'm gonna die anyway. You know what I mean? I would hope that I'd run into you somewhere down the line, and then we're together in this. But like in a situation like this, you need to survive and not think protect. At this moment, you can't help anyone if you yourself can't help yourself. So you need to be putting yourself in hey, I need to survive right now. The best thing I can do for myself is to assume the worst and hope for the best down the line.
Yeah. It's that survival mentality. It sucks.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
And always make sure you save one bullet for yourself.
Yup.
Yeah.
Because I ain't going to be wasting no bullets. My Colt going to bring you in. We're always just kind of machetes.
And avoid Ray all day.
I'm just saying.
No, not his name. I mean, avoid him all day.
And especially all night. Because that's what we're going to be going out there. The Midnight Riders, baby. We're like the boogeymen.
And you know what? Another thing is, I don't even know if a wooded area would even be safe.
A wooded
area?
No,
Way too much shit that can go wrong.
If you're not, if you don't know, let me put it this way: areas where you have the least visibility is least safe when you have the most people. And I'll explain that right now. If you're in the woods, you figure there are leaves, branches, immeasurable amount of things that make noise in the area. Animals, squirrels, occasional deer, right? It makes it, when you have a group constantly walking on things, it makes it so hard to notice if there's like someone following you, if there's an animal nearby, anything around you. Because you have all these people making noise. So like, you're not going to notice these things versus if you're by yourself and you stop moving, you're going to hear everything around you.
No doubt, but then you also got to worry about motherfuckers who are hunters, who are tracking your every move, who are hiding up in trees.
Or that one group of like ex-Marines that decided
you still have a better chance alone than you do in a group. Now, here's why I say that. If you're in a group, in this situation, you're in a group of people you like, people you trust, people you probably care about. If I'm a hunter and I see your group, I don't care if I hit you. I don't care if I hit them. If you guys are together, I can just fire in that direction. Chances are I'm hitting something. Yeah. Versus just you alone. Now I have to aim because if I fire and I miss you, now I have to go chasing your ass. I don't know where you're leading me to. Versus all I got to do is take care of one.
Then you got to worry about...
And if they're dragging him along, I get another one.
Then you got to worry about cannibals.
Then you got to worry about this fucking guy.
It ain't going to be me. I ain't going to want to do it.
Listen.
I'm gone day one.
Listen. We bros and all, bro, but like, listen, motherfucker. If anyone comes to me and says, we need you to be a sacrifice for the PP man coat,
that's not what's going to be called, sir.
But if I recognize anything that might indicate, this is Ray's people, I'm killing everyone except one person.
Oh man, his Colt's going to be called the Baker Boys.
Yeah, right. I'm killing everyone but one person, and I am torturing. I've watched Sons of Anarchy. I know how to do this. I'll torture that soul until he tells me where your hideout is, and I'm fucking gunning you down.
Oh no, I would not. He wouldn't be a part of the cult. No. I would never have...
What are you going to do? Do skinheads from Days Gone? You're going to torture those poor souls until
I didn't play that game. But no. No. These people will die for the cause.
He'll tell me where you're at.
No.
He'll tell me.
No, he won't. And plus, we would have more than one location. We wouldn't be centralized on one point. We would have at least 6 different places we rotate.
Listen, I'm coming for all of you. If even one person comes after me.
All right, Rambo.
The whole cult has to die.
All right, Rambo, you can come after us all you want. You're going to find us.
I feel like the best place to go is going to be some type of facility that you can lock down.
I feel like you want to be on the top floor of a building.
Something that's gated, and you just, once you figure out a place where you're going to go that you feel comfortable in, now you have to sweep that entire building, room by room. So you can't get lazy because you don't want to think that you're safe. You motherfuckers decide to go to sleep, and there's a goddamn zombie hanging out in the closet just waiting for y'all dumbasses.
You know where I think maybe the best, and here's what people don't know, and I'm about to fucking expose it like a dumbass. You know where I think is a good place to probably go?
Where?
A place where they have astronauts and like rocket launchers and things like that, because they have so much of those fake ass foods that like
Rations.
MREs,
yeah. That's probably where you want to hit up for food. If you're in a part that hunts, you just want to hit nice homes for weapons. You just want to keep kind of going one by one, and like scout out places, guys. Don't just go in houses thinking you're gonna find some shit. Scout them out. They have guns.
Yeah, you're in Texas.
Yeah.
Texas, don't even go to Texas, bro. Everyone has a gun. You're gonna die. I think that the astronaut, because I don't even know where the nearest like spacecraft astronaut place would be around
No
here.
matter where you go.
Well, most military facilities have them too, but you have to worry about, like I said, those group of Marine buddies that decided that they're gonna stick together, and I don't care what you do against them, you ain't beating them.
No matter what you do or where you go, there's always going to be pros and cons. Just there is no perfect way to survive.
There isn't. That's what like would eat me alive in my head. I'd be way too odd. I would go nuts probably, like worrying about.
There's people that think going underground, living like in the subway or some shit's gonna be perfect. No, it's way too fucking dark. You're not gonna be able to defend yourself down there.
No.
There's people who think being on a rooftop is gonna be perfect. No, because there could be a motherfucker that's on the building a mile away that's higher than you. They see you outside on your roof garden. Oh, word, they got food? I might as well just snipe this motherfucker now, waltz right on over there and take all his shit.
Even worse if he's already a trained sniper.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, don't. Okay, so different scenarios. Underground, not a good idea. Not at all. Not even close to a good idea. It's dark. You can't see. There's probably a lot of people underground.
Unless you have a bunker.
That's what I would.
I mean like a subway type of underground though.
Okay.
Like subways, you got to figure a lot of people probably died under there, and there's a lot of zombies
I'd love
wandering.
to find one of these prepper dudes, man. They're crazy.
Now, if you want to camp out in a building, I think it's a great idea. But here's what you got to do. You got to camp out on like this. If the top floor was floor 50, you got to camp out on like floor 49, 48, 50. The top down, you don't chill on the roof, and you got to block those windows from people looking in.
It's a big building, 50 floors.
And here's the thing. You have to have your people... No, because if you're on the top floor, there's only one way up. There's only... Well, not one way up, but there's like... To get to you, people have to go up. They can't see you if you block the windows. If you block the windows and they see that, they probably know people are in there.
Yeah, but a lot of office buildings, you can see out, but you can't see in.
That I don't know.
Yeah, like look at the Borgata. I think that part of the Borgata where it looks gold, that's all hotel rooms.
Mm.
Can't really see in there. So
Never
you
noticed.
don't know what's going on in there.
Never noticed. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm pretty sure if you get close enough, yeah, you can, but all that shit's damn near blacked out.
All right, so now here's the next tough question. You're out looking for materials for your group of people. You probably have one person who knows how to handle a gun with you. You come across another group of people. What do you do?
Well, they're not coming back with me.
All right, but what do? You guys cross path.
We need to come to an understanding.
Yeah, if they don't pose a threat, then fine.
And if we're not coming to an understanding, well, guess what? It's either going to be us or y'all.
Okay, but let's say you guys come to an understanding. You trust those people to go on about their way rather than trying to follow you and see where you're holed up?
Oh, no, I don't trust them completely.
Yeah, no.
Obviously, I would mislead them.
There'd be contingency plans for things like that, yeah. If I was crazy enough to actually have a cult, yes. I would
You'd have to have it set up almost like...
Always cover your tracks.
You have to have it set up to almost like, you know how in Red Dead, anytime you come back to your hideout, there's always guys in the woods. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, who goes there? Well, now you got to make sure you have someone that is capable of using binoculars, and you have to have it set up where wherever you're at, every direction is being monitored.
Yeah.
So let's say, for instance, we're stuck in a building like this, right? Well, one person can look out these windows and survey all that. One person can look out these patio doors and survey all that. And then you got 2 bedrooms in the back. You can look out those windows and survey all that too. So if I'm walking down this way and you guys see me, I don't need you focusing on me. I need you to focus on what's going on behind me. If you see anyone peeking around or anything like that.
To be fair, we're in a building like this. Neighbor 1, 2, and 3, they all gotta die.
No, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, you clear out the whole strip.
Yeah.
Strip's mine. It's my strip. Realistically, I would just try to catch on with a group that knows what the hell they're doing. I wouldn't want to lead. I'd go crazy. Everybody would probably end up dying. It's like, I can't trust you. I'm gonna have to gut you like a fish. Whether we eat you or not, that's a different story. I don't think I can eat people. It's kind of weird.
There's
Most people have horrible diets. The meat's probably really bad.
There's ways where...
I don't think that's the reason.
Actually, that is the reason. What an animal eats really dictates the taste and the nutrients you get from it.
But I don't think that should be the reason you don't want to eat meat. Yeah.
It's post-apocalypse, bro. Like, listen, nobody knows exactly how it's gonna go down. You never know if, like, all of a sudden everything dries out, everything dies because this whatever virus is killing everything. So maybe some people will... There's definitely going to be enough people getting desperate enough to be like, listen, I'm about to eat Cousin Bobby over here because you got some meat on him.
Speaking of this virus, can we, like, leave tissue for people? It's not like we're shitting out of our asses because of this thing. Can we, like, fucking return some tissue, please? Can get a fucking refund. I don't care. I'm running low here.
Here, you know what? And here's my thing on this whole virus thing. And I understand, like, people should be worried, especially if you have a compromised immune system. Like, for me, because I have high blood pressure, if I was to catch the coronavirus,
you guys should just, like, even each other out.
There's a high probability that I could die from it. You know, my aunt who has cancer, she could die from it. My mother-in-law has diabetes. I think my dad still has diabetes. My mom has heart issues. So, you know, there is a high probability, but I feel like maybe we're in too much of a panic. You know, I feel like if you do what you're supposed to do, as far as, like, if we had when we had swine flu or just a regular flu, you do what you're supposed to do. You wash your hands. You keep your house nice and clean.
Not too much though. Like, guys, you guys are going crazy with the hand sanitizer. You guys know that hand sanitizer also kills good bacteria, right? Like, if you do it too much, it's going to dry out your hands and you're going to be more vulnerable to bacteria.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not the fucking end of the world.
It's not.
I went to the grocery...
It's the end of tissue paper, I'll tell you that fucking
I went to the grocery store on Friday and there was absolutely no chicken. Most of the Gatorade was gone.
I swear to God, if I go to ShopRite and there's no Kool-Aid packets.
But you want to know the one thing they have that I was shocked they still had?
What?
Water.
Ain't nobody need no water.
New Jersey water's
Like,
clean.
there's a whole section in ShopRite that's just filled with water.
Mm-hmm.
It was still filled with water.
Mm-hmm.
I would bought fuck it. You never know.
I mean, I get...
You guys are like buying all the wrong shit.
Yeah, I get it. The people that should be watching out, you know, the people that are more susceptible to actually, like, this affecting them drastically and hopefully not causing death, but it can. Certain people. Those people I understand. Like, you're exercising caution and everything, but for the most part, it's not as bad as they make it seem, and...
Those face masks also are not helping you guys.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
It doesn't. You know, you got to get your air from somewhere.
It just started getting obnoxious where, like, every single website I went to was like, all of the headlines are about coronavirus. It's like, I get it, guys. It's happening. I'm well aware that it's happening. I don't need headlines on my baseball websites, my wrestling websites. Half of the updates I get on my news, like, I don't need to hear about all of it. I don't. I get it. We're canceling everything. Like, let's move on from this. And like,
it's all Rudy Gobert's fault.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert.
Did you Did you see that thing? Like, I think Irby sent it where he like touches all the microphones before he leaves. That's hilarious. That's
Fucking idiot.
Oh man, yeah. The mask don't help. You got to get your air from somewhere. You think the mask is providing oxygen for you? No, you're still pulling it from like here. You're getting the air.
And then you're pushing it all to the mouth, and then the mouth all up in your face. And
Yeah.
I just hope that whoever catches this virus and survives sues the shit out of this company. Because I know if I catch it, anyone in my family catches it, I'm going for billions. And I'm living off that interest for the rest of my life.
Yeah, because you said it right. She's gonna live off of it the rest of your life.
I'm living off that shit the rest of my life.
yeah, Umbrella Corps, pay me.
Umbrella Corps don't give a shit, bro.
If I sue them, they will. I'm gonna be the next BOW. That'd be cool.
Anything else anyone wants to note about a post-apocalyptic world or the coronavirus?
I wouldn't eat people.
I don't believe you.
I was just kidding.
I don't
No,
believe
it's so easy to get infected yourself by eating people. It's not smart at all. Trust me. If you're thinking about eating people, if I motivated you to start eating, don't do it. It's so easy to get infected doing that.
All right, so
That's his way of luring you in. If you see him, don't approach.
So what if in the post-apocalyptic world, if it was just like The Walking Dead, where you don't get bitten, but let's say for
It's
instance,
airborne and stuff.
it's an airborne.
Like everyone
thing,
has it. Like
where
yeah.
everyone does has it, but when you die, you become reanimated.
Mm-hmm.
What then?
I think the Walking Dead scenario is probably the best scenario because the Walking Dead has the slowest fucking zombies in the world.
No. I'm talking about an airborne virus where it's
Oh, you mean like where like everyone's pretty much infected, like right now?
everyone's infected. It's just that the only time that you become reanimated is when you die.
If you see someone dying, shoot them in the head. Listen, guys, don't.
Yeah,
Even if you don't know the person, if you see someone dying and you got a knife and you don't want to waste a bullet, just like fucking boom. You don't want to deal with him later.
And let's be real here. This is exactly what's going to happen. Anyone who's in politics are going to a bunker and they're bombing the shit out of this place. Just realize.
Yeah, especially like the tri-state area and all that stuff. Like a lot of these metropolitan areas, like they're gonna get bombed first because they're the most dense in population.
They are going to bomb the shit out of this world because I don't know why, but they feel like if government officials are still alive, that they can somehow get a new world going. No, they can barely fucking run the world we're in now.
What is this, Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, I was gonna say shouts out to the Gaia Project.
Good for you remembering that.
It's named after Gaia. Yeah, I remember.
The Fierce Knight.
No.
Yeah,
Come on, the Titan. The mother of the Titans.
yeah, I feel like if that ever happened, that's exactly what's going to happen. The first thing they're going to do is try to save the president. So
Nuclear holocaust. They're just gonna blow everything up.
basically, and they have the resources to.
Oh yeah, there's so many warheads, dude. Like
They have the resources to be able to traverse a land that's been through nuclear fallout and survive. We don't.
Okay, so let's speak hypothetically now. Let's say you don't have any family to worry about. You can pick your team. Who do you got surviving this with you?
Like people I know?
No. Just like people, like pick people by like their specialty, their expertise.
I need at least 4 ex-military or active military at the time.
Let me make it a little harder. You got 5 slots.
I would narrow it down to 2.
Obviously, you need a medic.
Yeah, you need.
You need someone who has some type of engineering background.
Agreed.
You need someone with an agricultural background.
Don't know what that means.
Farming.
Agreed.
You're going to need a hunter.
Agreed.
Hunter and gatherer. They can basically be
do both.
And then the next one, you're going to probably need a weapons expert.
Agreed. Okay, so that right there is your. Fuck it, we're gonna treat this like Metal Gear 5. That right there is your. If you were the captain of this squad, those would be your 5 lieutenants. Your lieutenants are responsible for bringing people under their wing so they can help with things like this, right? Your weapon guy is responsible for giving people weapons, showing them how to use it, blah, blah, blah. Your medical person is responsible for keeping people healthy and showing them basic first aid, tactics to, like, maybe not, like, heal yourself, but get yourself in a good enough condition to get back to base where you can be healed. Your agriculture dude should show you how to harvest, just in case, like, they can't for whatever reason. Your mechanic person should show you basic shit like how to refuel, how to fix this, that. Anything that could get a machine to give you a few more miles of life or whatever. Not that you should be using machines, because if you're in a vehicle in a scenario like this, it attracts noise, and noise attracts attention, and attention attracts problems.
That depends what kind of vehicle you got.
Depends what kind of vehicle you got, but not
and
a lot of
how
quiet.
easy the area you're in is to traverse with a vehicle.
Yeah, not a lot of them are quiet though.
A lot of them are though.
The hybrids, yeah.
I'd be the one learning from all of that.
But you need to harness energy, like solar energy, not solar energy, just like electric energy, how to like supply it to
solar. You could turn solar energy into electric.
Yeah. If you put solar panels on top of a vehicle, then yeah.
You could even do the old school water wheel joint too.
Yep.
Who was the fifth one? Medical.
You got your weapons expert. You got your agriculture.
We did that.
Your agriculture. You got your hunter and gatherer.
The hunter. Okay, hunter. Hunter will have his crew, but he also wants to teach. Basically, this crew has to teach everyone everything they know. Everyone else outside of that field should know basics, and people in that field should be able to do it with their eyes closed. The hunter should be able to teach people. I wonder if the camera's going up and down because we're moving the table.
It is.
Oh, whatever. The hunter should be able to teach people how to track and take the decisive shot, and if not take the decisive shot, just like track the animal you shot and bring it home.
You also got to learn how to track animals as well.
Yeah, that's a track.
That's the important part for me about having a hunter, because like they know like certain layers of like certain skill sets that it takes to catch animals. Obviously, that said, I wanted like at least 2 Marines, because like they're gonna teach you tactics, teamwork, all of the guns and what they are and how to take them apart, put them back together.
That's what you got a weapons expert for.
Yeah, but that's what they're trained to do. They're multifaceted, and they know they know how to survive, because they're basically killing machines. So it's like I would want at least 2 of them, because I would need 2 guys to kind of like, if I had a big enough group. I would never want a big group, but I mean, if I had a big enough group, you would need to kind of like branch out and then have guys. To me, it's all about being a step ahead when it comes to knowing what you're doing and how to handle those high stress situations, because they're going to happen pretty often in these kinds of circumstances. There's always going to be like some craziness happening, and you have to learn how to deal with it.
You know what else I would set up within my my little area of living? A kill box.
Go on.
So a kill box, basically, I actually got this from Terminator Dark Fate, is you, let's say for instance, there's happen to be a group of zombies that happen to get into where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
If you can lure them into a certain area where you have the upper ground and you just have a bunch of people with guns up there, you just mow them motherfuckers down. Kill box.
Okay.
Once they get into that box, you enclose it and you light their ass up.
Yeah, pick them off that way a lot easier.
So then with the bodies, what do? You burn them. Keep it pushing.
Guys, when going out for materials and like coming across houses and whatnot, it is very crucial you have at least 1 or 2 people with you. You don't want to go into an area alone. It could be a trap, could be 1 or 2 people in there. You want to be ready for any situation possible, and you want someone to back you up.
Now, what if we had in a post-apocalyptic world like The Division?
Everything and everyone must die. Well, it depends. Like, the division is different because like you can identify enemies in the division, but like how do you know in real life? Everyone wears the same thing. Without the red bar, how do you know someone's friend or foe?
I'm talking about as far as the outbreak that happens.
How did the outbreak in the division go again?
All right, so it was a poison that was put on money, and it was dispersed during Black Friday because that's the busiest shopping day of the year. I forgot what is that? I forgot what the fucking the thing was. And they released it out to the public, and that's how basically everyone died. But then you have your few survivors that are fighting against different factions and shit like that. Like no matter what happens in a post-apocalyptic world, you're gonna have the motherfuckers that just want to wreak havoc.
Yeah.
No matter what scenario you're in, people are probably your biggest enemy.
Always.
Yeah.
No matter what happens in life, human is always going to be your biggest enemy.
Now, if it comes to like going through a group of zombies, do you guys have the balls to like put zombie guts on yourself so they don't?
Yeah.
So you blend in.
Who's to say that's going to work?
Yeah.
This is like in a Walking Dead scenario.
If it works, yeah, I'll do it.
You do what you got to do.
That's how Michonne got around. She carried like 2 zombies.
You know what I mean? Like, the worst, it's gonna smell like rotten flesh and blood. Most people in this scenario, unless they have a good irrigation system and they got some running water and they can manage to find something that smells good enough, they probably all reek. So it's not like you're gonna be smelling good prior anyways. And it's not, I mean, if it's a Walking Dead scenario, you're already infected, so you don't have to worry about like this stuff giving you any kind of like infection. Throwing it on your body like that. I wouldn't have a problem doing it. I would have a problem doing it if I was like gutting my second cousin or something. Throw her guts up all up over me. That would be kind of messed up.
I'll see you in the next life, fam. Thanks for the guts.
That sounded a little weird. Thanks for
Hey, when I opened you up, you had a good heart.
I would even say like an amusement park would be a good place to be held up. Not necessarily turning on rides or anything like that, but look at.
But you're gonna have a dumbass that turns on the rides.
Look at Wonderland in Ocean City. You have some parts that are enclosed, and you have some parts that are out in the open. But you have high enough rides where you can have people like the log flume. You can just walk up the damn ladder, have someone post up in the log flume, and you can traverse. You can look out over Ocean City and see so much shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? The on the boardwalk section, they have those big fucking doors that are closed. You can't get in there like that. You got the high fence in the back, where as long as you chain that shit, ain't no one getting in there. It's not like you cannot climb up in there.
Yeah,
Okay,
and in that scenario, you're going to refortify it anyways, so it's probably going to be even more secure than it was.
I was like, because for a chain fence, anyone who wants to invade would just bring bolt cutters.
We're talking about zombies, though.
Yeah, but people are the number one enemy. I'm more concerned about people than zombies.
Yeah, but you can see them coming a mile away if you got lookouts.
Yeah.
And just pick those fucking...
And it ain't going to be a quick process to just keep snipping a gate unless you have like 4 or 5 of them chipping at it at one time. It'd be quick enough for the guy to be like, send out the call, and then like people just post it up. And
plus you can just take like the bumper cars, put it right in front of that gate to fortify it a little bit more. I don't know how heavy a bumper car is. I'm going to assume you're going to need a couple people to carry that bitch over there.
And you need to detach it from... aren't a lot of bumper cars like attached to the ride itself? No?
No, they got the one...
No, they have the ones that have like the rail that's like an electric thing or something
it's
that
attached
magnetizes
to,
it.
the electric fence. That's what feeds its
Yeah.
power to it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Don't they have the go-karts in the thing over there too?
That's like separate from the... Like it's close, I guess. If you can get it off the track.
If the fence at our job was more fortified, I would say 84 Lumber would be a good place too. The only thing is...
Yeah, but you can fortify it. You can just like use a forklift and put packs of lumber around everything. But then you can't see out. But you don't need to see out. What you can do is, that hole we had in the roof not too long ago that just got fixed? Mm-hmm. Make a couple holes in the roof and have people like...
Well, you also have that area. You do know about the
in the attic?
Yeah, the attic.
Where like the The birds are.
You can basically hide up there.
Yeah.
Like, all you would have to do is, you can get up there through the bathroom, because when the roof collapsed, or ceiling collapsed last year, Mike was climbing through the bathroom to check the water pump, or water heater, because that's what fucking blew up. All you would have to do is, obviously you need a ladder to get up there.
You need a ladder, and what I would do is I would still make a hole in the side of the building, and with a forklift, I'd lift up a unit of plywood and have us create some more stable footing up there.
Yeah. But like I said, you can run around the yard all you want. We're going to be up in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
And even when you go into the warehouse and you're on the second floor of the auto stacks, you still can't see behind that wall. There's a partition there. So you wouldn't know anyone's over there unless we made a fuck ton of noise. Not saying I want to be stuck up there with you motherfuckers, but I'm just saying.
Hey, man. Oh, man.
Plus, if you look at it that way, if we're stuck at 84 Lumber, you got a Wawa across the street. You got Walmart that's across the street. All those little restaurants and shit. I'm not saying that they won't be looted, but there's always the possibility of going over there and maybe finding something that someone hasn't found.
Or if this shit breaks down, we're across the street. Like, we mainly have access to it first. You just take those useless garbage bags that we're not selling, fill it up with everything in there.
Yeah.
And fuck a car. Take a fucking forklift and run everything over.
You could fortify a forklift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, your weapon, the forks. Anyone gets in your way, you just stab the
That's
shit
what I
out.
said. Fuck driving a car. Take the fucking forklift over there and run everything over that's in your way.
Yep, the two big sellers, fuck it. Now, the only thing is, you run out of gas, you're fucked.
The Wawa's a gas station.
If you think people aren't going to be over there looting gas,
Yeah, it's gonna get siphoned out relatively quickly.
If you run their asses over, though.
You'll have to
Oh, listen. I'm just saying. After I'm done loading up gas and we're looting Wawa, the very next thing I'm doing is blowing up Wawa.
well, see, with this is where an engineer comes into play, because I've seen videos where a guy made an engine that ran off of water.
Put that shit on a bike instead of a car.
Yeah, these gas companies paid a liquor company not to put out a liquor that could power your car. Like, this liquor was basically edible gas.
Put that shit on a bike instead of a car, yo, you'd be going for days.
There's a problem with a motorcycle, though. You hit an animal, you're fucked.
You hit a what?
If you hit an animal, if you're riding a bike and a fucking deer darts out in front of you, you're fucked.
Well, yeah, but...
Whereas in a car, I mean, yeah, to do some damage, it may stop your vehicle, but you may have some bumps and scrapes. On a motorcycle, you're done.
You shouldn't be going that quick anyway, because you don't want to make that much noise.
Motorcycle's still gonna make a lot of noise. Doesn't matter if you're going fast or not.
Depends on what bike you have. A lot of the newer bikes are quiet.
The electric ones, yeah.
Yeah. Have your electric engine powered by, like...
But even, well, we're talking about post-apocalyptic. I was about to say quiet bikes aren't the safest, but during an apocalypse, yeah. But even electric bikes, the charge is only good for 180 miles. You're not getting far.
Yeah.
So then now you got to find a place to sit down for 4 hours and charge that bike.
Unless
you implement a solar charge to it.
Yeah, you could.
Just attach it to the back and, like, catch some sun.
Yeah, but what do you do at night?
At night, you find a place to post up.
That's still dangerous.
It's just as dangerous during the day, though.
No doubt.
Well,
But at night-
I'd reckon the night's more dangerous.
At night it's going to be even more dangerous.
Which is why you don't want to be out and about.
You can't see shit.
Which is why you don't want to be out and about. You need a place to post up. You need to be on the top floor of that place, because as soon as someone comes in and they feel like they're safe, they're going to casually come upstairs. Boom, you pop at someone.
You know what? Throw my ass in a goddamn houseboat. I'll go in the middle of the ocean and just fish for my food. Fuck it. I'll do that. Or you get yourself a fishing boat with some fucking nets. Just throw the nets out. Wait an hour. Pull them bitches up, see what you caught. Oh, where we got lobsters? Shit, nigga, I'm eating good tonight.
Good. All right, cool. I think we covered almost everything about this topic we could have covered.
Yeah, probably.
Think so.
I said, no matter what you do, there's always going to be a pro to it. There's always going to be a con to it.
Yeah, nothing's foolproof.
Your biggest threat is going to be humans. I think the even bigger threat than that is fucking government.
I'm just saying, if we ended up in a world with the World War Z zombies, my ass staying home.
Like, we're all fucked.
Yeah, I'm staying home. I'm just gonna wait for it to happen.
Like, to be honest with you, I would be fine just staying in my house. Because if all I had to do was worry, if I didn't have to worry about regular human beings and just had to worry about zombies, I'd be fine in my house. Because I have an attic. All I got to do is pull the string up through the attic door. That motherfucker ain't gonna be able to grab that shit and pull that damn door down. You would never know I'm in there unless we're making noise.
You're better off killing it though, one by one rather than letting them swarm the house.
Yeah, but who's to say they're gonna get in my house?
They might get through the window.
Yeah, you could get through the window, but you can also fortify the windows too.
You could. You definitely could.
Like if my in-laws still had the house that they owned, I called that place the fortress. I'd be over here in a heartbeat. Because you cannot get in that house. First of all, it's brick. It's not wood, so you don't have to worry about motherfuckers clawing at that shit to get in there. You know, wood, I feel like you hit it, I feel like wood, if you claw at it long enough, you'll eventually break through. Stone, that ain't happening. You can claw all you want. You'll fucking grind your fingers down to the bone before you ever get in that house. Mm-hmm. It's nice, it's big, to me, it was fortified, and my father-in-law has a ton of guns and a ton of ammunition. Not only that, but there's a McDonald's down the street. There's a Wawa down the street. Or not a Wawa. There's a gas station, a CVS. There's an Acme, and then there's a gun shop that's a quarter mile away.
All that synthetic meat.
Or, if you're down in the shore area, take your ass down to Cape May. They have World War II bunkers down there. They have actual tower, a lookout tower out there. Go down there. House down there. Like that's
right, recruit.
There's plenty of places you can go.
My ideal situation is where no one wants to go.
Well, Hawaii sounds kind of nice to me.
That's why I'm staying. But that's why I said go to someplace frigid. If you can go to someplace frigid, now the only problem with that is if you're in a place that has solar panels and that snow color covers solar panels, obviously it's not going to be collecting sunlight. Mm-hmm. So you have to go up there and clean that shit off. You know what I mean? But I would think going somewhere frigid would be the safest bet. All you need is some blankets to stay warm. That's all you need.
I guess Canada. You could probably go to Canada.
That's why I kind of like Montana, because it's like right at the border, and it's cold enough.
Isn't there like a big like icy canyon to get to Canada or something?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know nothing about Canada.
I think that's like the eastern part of Canada. I don't know if it's like the whole Canada.
Because if you get in there and like you bring some explosives with you and like close that area,
Canada's a lot of open land, that's for sure.
Yeah, Canada's so fucking big.
Yeah, there's a lot of open land in Canada. I don't know a whole hell of a lot about Canada, but I know there's a lot of land.
Bottom line, I'd rather take my chances on an island.
The ideal.
Don't go to Mexico.
The ideal place you want to be at is you want to be a place that you can close down.
Yeah.
I'd rather be on an island.
Like give me a place that has an electric fence. Give me a strong.
A prison?
You could do a prison, but who knows what the fuck's in the prison walls? Who knows who's infected in that prison?
Yeah. In a Walking Dead scenario, everyone.
Yeah, you have to go through that whole prison and clear that shit out.
I would like something like that, like a facility, because a lot of those places do have like emergency food reserves.
And they also have guns.
Yeah, and you could loot them out, and you can kind of like get.
And you could just let everyone stay in their cells and die.
You have watchtowers. Yeah, but then that's something you got to deal with later.
Yeah, you gotta.
As long as the gates don't open up, you're good. You can just do them one by one.
You got to go through and clean out that whole prison.
You can hear. All right, so in that situation, you literally can go to people like, "Hey, listen,
No, if you're gonna
you can starve, or I can just kill you right now."
You can go to a prison, but it's got to be a supermax prison.
Yeah, and then you can go to because each cell is going to be locked shut. You can go to each person and listen. You can starve to death, or I can just kill you now.
I would look at all of their records first.
I would think the perfect place.
I'd hand pick a couple of them.
Nope, no. They're all dying.
You gotta assume that Alcatraz Island would be a safe fucking place to go.
Yeah, definitely.
The only way to get there was on a boat, unless you got a fucking champion swimmer or some motherfucker that's just good at long distance swimming. You still see them coming.
How would it be in Canada, bro? They probably have nice zombies. Can I bite you, eh?
Probably got big burly zombies up there. Listen, I like I said, listen. Some of these criminals that get locked up in these places, they are very useful. Like I said, I would cherry pick go through some files, man. I'd probably find some really useful people in there.
Yeah, but you don't know if you can trust them or not.
Yeah, but
That's the only problem. I'm not saying that all criminals ain't trustworthy. I'm just saying you don't know these people.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust them.
I'd
rather kill them.
These suckers are resourceful.
I'd rather kill them.
I don't trust anybody, so I'm already assuming everybody's gonna turn their back on me.
So kill them.
No, I need some people. I'm not gonna be all this by myself.
So kill yourself.
If I'm gonna be by myself, I'm gonna go day one, dummy. That's what I said in the beginning.
I'm just saying, I'm not trusting anyone who was locked up.
Or shit, even a hospital would be a good place to go.
Nah, people are gonna go there. That's gonna get raided.
That's if they can get in.
A retirement home.
They'll get in.
You could do a retirement home. I'm not going to Western Manor. If I would advise you not to talk shit on that job because you still work there.
I am not. That's why I said a retirement home. What the hell are you talking about?
I ain't going to Western Manor.
All right, so this particular part has gone too long, but it was an interesting topic. We must end it there. Thank you, everyone who watched. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna catch you next part as soon as we figure out what the hell we're talking about. Bye.